Welcome to our deep dive on defeating bogus rental car damage claims. First, we will outline the trap many renters fall into. Then, we will equip you with a step-by-step defense plan, show you essential documents to demand, and clarify how to leverage your credit card coverage. Finally, we will walk through timelines, comparisons, and real-world tactics to stay consistent and win. Here is our agenda. First, we explain the rental car damage trap. Next, we cover critical protection through photo and video documentation. And then, we address what to do when a claim arrives and exactly what to demand. After that, we leverage credit card coverage. Subsequently, we discuss collections and the importance of consistency. We will then provide tools, including templates, tables, and diagrams. We will also test your knowledge with short quizzes. Finally, we will summarize and provide clear next steps. Before we begin, this presentation is for educational purposes only and does not constitute legal advice. Laws and contractual terms vary by jurisdiction and by company. For legal advice tailored to your situation, consult a qualified attorney. Let us start with the core scenario. You return the car, and the associate indicates you are good to go. Sometimes you also receive a clean final receipt. However, days later, you receive an incident report alleging damage, such as a dent you have never seen. This pattern is common and can be part of a profit workflow rather than legitimate reporting. The key is to avoid panic and follow a process. Your strongest protection is documentation. Before leaving the lot, record a video or take time-stamped photos of the entire vehicle, including close-ups of all panels, the roof, wheels and tires, windshield, lights, bumpers, and interior. Then, upon return, repeat the process immediately in the lot. Additionally, capture the odometer, fuel level, and, if possible, geotags. Save your clean receipt or any return confirmation.
This evidence protects you from later allegations and shifts the burden to the rental company.
Follow this 7-step sweep. First, circle the car clockwise while filming every panel. Second, capture close-ups of any pre-existing imperfections. Third, document wheel and tire condition, including tread, sidewalls, and rims. Fourth, film the glass surfaces, including the windshield, mirrors, and lights. Fifth, record the interior, focusing on seats, dashboard, trunk, the fuel gauge, and the odometer. Sixth, at return, repeat the same sweep at the drop-off location. Finally, save everything to the cloud with clear dates and trip labels.
This consistent routine makes your record airtight.
This flowchart illustrates the decision path when a damage notice arrives after a clean receipt. First, you receive the notice. Next, do not speculate. Immediately send a formal request for 4 documents: the pre-rental inspection, the post-rental return inspection, time-stamped high-resolution photos of the alleged damage, and proof the damage occurred during your rental period. Then, wait for evidence. If the company provides proper evidence, compare it against your photos, timestamps, and receipts, and involve your credit card collision damage waiver as needed. If the company fails to provide evidence, your position is no proof, no payment.
Throughout, keep records and avoid uploading speculative explanations into third-party portals.
When a claim arrives, your next move is to formally request 4 essential documents. First, the pre-rental inspection, to show the car's condition before your rental. Second, the post-rental inspection to prove damage was noted at the time you returned it. Third, time-stamped, high-resolution photographs that clearly show the alleged damage. Fourth, specific evidence that the damage occurred during your rental window. Sending a concise, written request and keeping records is critical because it shifts the burden back to the rental company. This table explains why each document is important. The pre-rental inspection establishes baseline condition. The post-rental inspection should show whether damage was present at return. A clean return contradicts later allegations. Time-stamped photos provide verifiable evidence rather than speculation. Finally, proof that damage occurred during your rental period is necessary to attribute responsibility. Without that proof, the claim should not stand. Quiz time. You received a clean receipt at return. 3 days later, you get a damage notice. What is your first move? Option A. Offer to split the repair cost. Option B. Send a formal request for 4 documents and keep all records. Option C. Call and explain your theory about the dent. Option D. Ignore the notice. You may pause the video now to think about the answer. We will discuss the answer in the next section of the video. The correct answer is B. Sending a formal request for the 4 documents and keeping records is the strongest move. This approach avoids speculation, leverages your clean receipt, and forces the company to provide evidence that the alleged damage occurred during your rental period. This sequence diagram maps communications. The renter returns the car, and the rental company issues a clean receipt. Days later, the rental company sends a damage notice. The renter responds by sending a formal request for the 4 documents to the rental company and simultaneously files a collision damage waiver claim with the credit card insurer. If the rental company lacks evidence, they may escalate to collections. The renter then maintains the position of no proof, no payment, and refers the collections entity back to the rental company or the insurer, avoiding speculative portals and maintaining consistent documentation. Leverage your credit card's collision damage waiver as soon as a claim arrives. Immediately file with the card issuer if your card provides CDW. Provide the clean receipt and the damage demand. Clearly state that the rental company has not provided the required photographic and inspection evidence or proof of timing. Allow the insurer to lead the defense and manage correspondence. Keep your own communications factual and free of speculation. This comparison shows the difference between panic paying and proactive defense. Panic paying involves quickly settling without evidence, which encourages repeat targeting and forfeits the leverage provided by a clean receipt. It also means you have limited documentation control. In contrast, a proactive defense demands the 4 documents before any payment consideration, uses the clean receipt to contest timing and attribution, promptly files a CDW claim, and maintains consistent, factual records throughout. If the rental company shifts the claim to a third-party collections entity without providing substantiating evidence, the case often fades. Maintain your position. No proof, no payment. Refer the collections entity back to the rental company or your insurer. Avoid uploading speculative explanations into portals, and continue maintaining a clean, consistent paper trail. This timeline outlines key milestones. On day 0, you return the car and receive a clean receipt. Between days 3 and 10, you may receive a damage notice. On the same day, send the 4-document request and file your CDW claim. Over the next several days, await evidence. If evidence is provided, your insurer reviews and decides. If no evidence arrives, your position remains no proof, no payment, and the case often stalls or closes. Second quiz. Which single item most strongly challenges the timing of an alleged damage claim made days after return? Option A is a repair estimate from the rental company. Option B is the clean final receipt issued at return. Option C is your description from memory. Option D is a friend's message. You may pause the video now to consider. We will discuss the answer next. The correct answer is B. The clean final receipt is powerful evidence that challenges the timing and attribution of the alleged damage, particularly when paired with your photos and timestamps. Here is a quick checklist for filing your credit card collision damage waiver claim. First, find your benefits guide and claim portal. Second, submit the claim immediately and upload your clean receipt and the damage notice. Third, state that the rental company has not provided the necessary photographic, inspection, or timing evidence. Fourth, provide your own timestamped images and return video or photos. Fifth, centralize ongoing communication through the insurer to ensure a consistent and professional defense. To streamline your response, use this markdown template for your formal 4-document request. Fill in the reservation or contract number, vehicle details, the dates, and your contact information. State that you received a clean final receipt at return, then enumerate the 4 documents: the pre-rental inspection, the post-rental inspection, time-stamped high-resolution photos of the alleged damage, and proof that the damage occurred during your rental period. Clarify that you do not acknowledge responsibility until these documents are provided and reviewed, and that future communications should be in writing. Note that you are also notifying your credit card insurer. These are the key takeaways. Document the vehicle before and after with photos, video, and timestamps. Treat the clean receipt as powerful evidence. When a claim arrives, demand the 4 documents and maintain the position of no proof, no payment. File your CDW claim immediately and let the insurer lead the defense. Avoid uploading speculative explanations into portals and keep communications factual and consistent. In summary, recognize the pattern and do not panic. Use thorough photo and video documentation as your insurance. Respond to any notice by sending the 4-document request immediately. Involve your credit card collision damage waiver, and let the insurer manage the process. Above all, remain consistent. Without proof, there should be no payment. Thank you for watching. If this content helped you, please like the video, share it with a friend who rents cars, and subscribe for more consumer protection strategies. Let us know in the comments how you document your rentals and what other travel traps you want us to cover next.